It's been a while since I've done a video, but I thought it would be cool today to do something I've seen on YouTube a lot, that's 10 things you don't know about me, or you didn't know about me. And it took me a while to actually come up with a list, but I thought I would just go down through them. I don't have a lot of time because Eloise is off to the side over here. So I'm just gonna dive right in. So number one on my list is that I don't like driving. Usually if we are going anywhere, Steven will be the one to drive. And I'm talking long distances. I drive around town just fine. I drive around all over our whole area, and even like to my parents' house I can drive, but I don't like driving on highways. I don't like driving when directions aren't clear. I'm the navigator. I'm the one who can, before Siri and all these people that tell you directions, I know the maps. I know, oh yeah, logically we go this way and that way. But if I'm driving, it's overload on my sensory system. So number two, I am insecure about my teeth. And I'm sure you've noticed, or maybe you haven't because I'm just insecure, but my teeth are crooked. This tooth juts out. I had braces when I was younger. It was to correct a crossbite. It wasn't really to address alignment of the teeth. And so they're crooked, and they've gotten worse since I've had my pregnancies. I've thought about maybe getting adult braces at some point. I'm not sure if I'm going to go that route just because of money, because I imagine the girls are probably going to need braces, and it's more of a cosmetic thing. But if you've had adult braces, I'd love to hear what your experience was with them. So leave a note below. Sorry about this glare. Anyway, number three, I do not shave often, especially under my arms. And maybe that sounds gross to you, but when I was in college, I never shaved. And when it's winter, which is basically 6 months of the year here, I just don't feel the need to shave things that aren't out. It makes my skin feel better. She's eating graham crackers. It makes my skin feel better, especially under my arms. And I also just don't feel the need to conform to a specific norm of beauty. That said, now that it's summer, I do tend to shave more often, but I will go for at least a month with my legs in the winter, couple months with my underarms, and yeah, so that's probably more than you wanted to know, but it's something you didn't know about me. Number four, I have an intense fear of flying. I used to fly. I've been to California, I've been to Florida, I've been all these places, but my fear of flying in recent years has actually limited us, I would say, in some ways, because, well, first of all, I actually quit a job because I had to keep flying with small prop jets out of an airport. That it was terrifying. The last flight I actually took was, they were de-icing a prop jet, and as we were landing, it was like one of these, and I know that people can just deal with it, but I seriously thought I was going to die. But I quit a job that had me traveling a lot because, and the main reason, even though I didn't say this, and if you're watching from that job, it was because I was afraid of flying. So yeah, I need to get over it. I need to go get therapy or something. I need to get drugs to calm my nerves because I don't want it to limit the rest of my life, but I'm not in a place yet where I've been ready to do that. Number five is a good one. My boss at my last place of employment found out about my blog, and he was a man, or he is a man, he's not still there, but in his mid-60s, so he was older. He didn't understand the whole blog thing. He thought they were stupid, he thought they were trivial. He also thought that everything I was writing was somehow representing where I worked, even though I didn't have my last name, I didn't have anything about the organization where I worked, I didn't even say where I lived. There was very little information. Anyway, I don't know, someone apparently told him about it while I was on vacation, and I don't really know why. I don't know the context of the conversation, but if you were that person, that was really strange. One time I walked in to his office because I was his assistant, and I seriously think he was actually reading my blog because all of a sudden I saw him change his screen, and I think I saw a picture of myself, so that was just really awkward. So yeah, if you have a blog and you work somewhere and you don't want them to find out about it, I don't really know, but when they do find out about it, it can be kind of strange. That was back in 2011 though, so I'm way over that now. Number six, what my dream career was. I wanted to play violin professionally. So I started violin out of all of the 12 instruments I play last. I started it when I was in high school, and I actually did pretty well. but I would not have been a good enough player to go to music school for that. My primary instrument, even though today I sound all congested from allergies, it was voice. And I actually did consider going to school for music, for voice, but my senior year I missed making states, which is an auditioned group. So you start with districts, then regionals, then states. I missed it by a point, and it was so awful to me to miss something like that by 1 point that I just knew headed into college that my whole experience there would have been shaped by auditions and juries and all kinds of things, and I just couldn't do that to myself. I couldn't handle the pressure. So I imagine I probably wouldn't have been cut out to play violin professionally. But now I can play in community orchestras, which is something I plan to do. Okay, number 7, I enjoy doing repetitive tasks. This was something someone brought up in a previous job of, there was something where I had to like go through and do fine data entry or something, and they're like, oh, give that to someone else to do. And I was like, oh no, I don't mind. And they're like, really? And I just thought it was weird, but I like doing repetitive things. I think that's one reason having a blog and doing the back end had been a good thing for me, because I didn't mind entering URLs and doing all the coding and just doing repetition. So it's not a very interesting fact, but it's on there. Number 8, weather events thrill me. Starting when I was in middle school, I think that's when we got the Weather Channel at my house, and I was glued to that thing. Earlier this year, we got 3 feet of snow, and I think my friends were probably annoyed by me because I would give hourly updates. You know, the conditions are such and such. We got 2 inches last hour. This brings our total to, 26 inches or whatever. I'm just really into it. I feel that whenever the heavens open up and just like do something crazy, that it's just very interesting. I mean, this includes severe thunderstorms. I've never seen a tornado. I'm kind of terrified of them, but something like that I just find so incredibly interesting. And actually, another one of my dream jobs when I was much younger was to be a weathercaster or meteorologist. That's the word. A meteorologist, not the person who does it, like this, which I don't think I'd be good at that, but it was to actually do the science behind the weather. Okay, number 9, and there's a theme here. I don't go on rides. I think the theme, with the driving and the flying and the not going on rides is I don't like not being in control of my body and motion. So I think also another reason I don't go on rides. What are you doing? You want to be in here? Here, look. Special guest, Eloise. There's another reason I don't like going on rides. I was in line to go in my first roller coaster at the Mall of America in the 90s. And I believe it was the ride before mine or just earlier that day. Like someone had died on the roller coaster. So I remember being younger and just thinking, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to go on a ride and potentially die. I don't need this in my life. So that's that one. And now number 10, which you probably have gathered if you've been reading my blog long enough, I don't like to finish things. So I'll start a blog series, I'll start a house project. Oh honey, I'm almost done. And I don't like to finish it. I like the planning and the execution till I get about 90 to 95% done, and then I want to go on to the next thing. So I don't think that's good or bad. I think it's just a way that people are. And I'm gonna go because this little one needs more breakfast. But yeah, so those are 10 things you didn't know about me. Leave a comment with something maybe people don't know about you.